part of him misses this, and a part of me misses him dearly. So Kyle Walsh, SFL co-founder, congratulations on getting into the Hall of Fame. Oh man, look at those numbers. The old man of the room, Eddie Gage. 11 seasons in the league. Look at the tackles. He needs 15 more. Can he get it right before the 1,000th game? 1,000 tackles for 1,000 games. 985 tackles. I think, I didn't write it down, but I think it's 136 more than any other player. It's like not even close. 84 passes defended, 49 interceptions. That's one away from tying the record of 50. Does anybody know who has 50? Anybody think? You might get a ticket. Who knows? Billy Joe Casper of the Oklahoma City Renegades from way back in the day still holds the record with 50. And 551 interception yards, is second as well. I want to let Eddie say a few words. Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Gage. Turn scoops.
What up, though? So the plan was for me to write this speech out when I got here on Thursday, but work kept me in Seattle the extra day.
Eddie, hold the mic up to you.
The room is like 8 by 8. So, just looking at all these gaudy numbers, you guys, I mean, come on. I got one question before I get off into this speech. To all you voters out here, how in the hell was I not inducted the first time? That's what I want to know.
He won.
So. No, but so on my plane ride here at 5:30 this morning, Pacific time, I came up with this speech. And I went way back, so bear with me. I started playing football when I was 8 years old, just looking for something to do. And the way they pretty much determined our positions was anyone not big enough to play on the offensive line or defensive line, they had us running 3-cone drills, shuttle drills, ladder drills, stuff like that. And they took a look at me and said, "You're gonna be our starting tailback." And I said, "Starting tailback?" I said, "I don't want that job." He said, "Why not?" I said, "They run between the tackles. You see how big them dudes is over there? I want to be a wide receiver." He said, "No, son, you're going to be our starting tailback." So that lasted a few games, but I had a fumbling problem anytime I put the ball in my left hand. So I got fired and moved to wide receiver. As I got older, it seemed like everybody got bigger except me. I mean, despite what you all see here, I didn't get all this sexiness till later in life. So, as the season wore on, I took a beating up in high school, and eventually I was demoted, and my starting position was taken away. And they said, "Son, from now on, you're gonna play special teams as our gunner." And it hurt. I had been playing football since I was 8. Here I am now, teenager in high school, and that was taken away from me. And for the first time in my life, anything related to football, I actually cried. It hurt. Watching my teammates flying around making plays, and I'm on the sidelines waiting to play special teams. That wasn't easy. But I continued working hard, working out every day, and come my junior year, I got my starting job back, but I was moved to corner. I played cornerback for about a season, and my coach, he was like, "Man, son, you know, you flying around and making plays, but you're not making enough plays." I said, "What you want me to do? They're not throwing a ball over here." He said, "Exactly. You know, you over there shutting down the X, we got to do something about that and put you in a position to make more plays. I said, what you going to do? He said, well, we're going to go from a cover 2 philosophy to a cover 3, and we're going to move you to strong safety. I said, strong safety? I said, you see how big I am? I'm not fit to play strong safety. He said, well, you got a big heart, son. You'll make it work out. So he moved to strong safety, and after a while, I learned to embrace it. For a while, I was scared to tackle. Even in practice, tackling my own teammates, it was tough. You know, it was something I was always scared to do. I would just tense up and pull back when it was time to hit them. And then one day in practice, one of my teammates, he just pissed me off for the last time. I just got tired of him. He just kept nagging me every day, telling me I was, words I can't describe up in here. Scared to hit, costing our teammates yardage and games and such and such. And my coach saw me crying. He said, what's wrong, son? I said, man, I just scared to tackle. He said, you see that dude over there talking all that stuff about you? It's time for you to do something about it. I said, what I'm going to do? He said, from now on, when you tackle him, don't look to tackle him. Just pretend like he's a yard behind where he's at. And that changed my life playing football. All of a sudden, it became easier, and I fell in love with it. The smile on my face when I hit that dude. You know that sound the crowd makes me, it's a big play in games? Y'all know it. That's the sound my teammates was making. And I embraced it, ran with it, and it was just a wonderful feeling. It turned my life around. My senior year in high school, I was leading the team in a whole bunch of categories until one day I got hurt and got a concussion. My girlfriend, who never attended games, decided to come to that game of all games, and I got a concussion. They told me I had a headache back then, that's showing my age, but it was a concussion. And my coach would tell me to come off the field, and I said, man, I can't, man, my girl out there, coach, I can't do it. He said, well, go out there and prove it then. So a few plays later, I actually got a pass deflection that led to an interception, and we got off the field. And the coach said, and this is how I got that name, Two Scoops he was talking about. He said, son, you must have had your Wheaties this morning. And the doggone linebacker who tripped on the play, who led to me making a play, said, nah, coach, he had 2 scoops of Raisin Bran. And that's where it came from. Graduated high school, career over with. I was too little to play in college. When I graduated high school, I was actually 139 pounds. I was skinny, 5'10". Can you imagine that, trying to play football, playing 139 pounds? But so I took up semi-pro football, but it got boring real fast because the competition, it just wasn't as fierce, so I got bored. Took up boxing, started off as a welterweight, and it's funny because now that I took up boxing, all of a sudden I started gaining weight, which was weird because as a boxer you're trying to drain weight, to get an advantage. And I eventually ended up moving up to super middleweight, and I was 17-0 at one point as an amateur. And they gave me the nickname the Mechanic because I loved going to the body. I was 17-0 as an amateur in the military, and I was getting ready to fight this one dude. I forget what his record was. I think it was like 26-0-1. He had a DQ for hitting somebody when it was down. And he was knocking everybody out. And me and him was getting ready to fight. And I was embracing it. I couldn't wait. I was salivating over this. I was training hard. And about 10 days for the fight, he got hurt in the sparring, hurt his hand. And the match was called. And I was so depressed about it because I was looking forward to it. And then replacing him with some guy who already had like 2 losses. Who at that time, 2 losses that early in your career, that's like, you pretty much over with anyway, just like a turnstile for everybody else up and coming. And I was so depressed and distraught about not fighting this guy that I wasn't focused. And the guy hit me with a left hook to the kidney. And if any of you ever boxed or watched boxing, those left hooks to the kidney, they hurt. They take the life out of you. You can't breathe. And I'm on one knee, trying to get up, I want to get up. My mind is telling me to get up, but my body won't let me. My girl I'm messing with at the time, of course she there. She never come to none of my fights. She just hear about it. And she yelling, get up, baby. And I can't. The guy who my opponent, he talking mess, he telling me, get your, he yelling at me, get up, It's even started yet. I can't get up, I'm trying, I can't. Ref counts to 10, fight is over with, undefeated record is gone. I'm depressed, and unfortunately for me, I got so depressed that I just stopped playing sports altogether. I gave it all up. Depressing. So, in limbo, I was, nothing to do, boxing career over with, football long gone, I'm just in limbo, ready to jump off the cliff somewhere, and all of a sudden a guy by the name of TJ Speaks come calling me. Hey, I'm in this league over here, it's called the SFL. I started a new season up with these new user players. We want you to come along. I'm like, user players? You mean tell me I gotta watch that guy walk around the field, I can't control what he's doing? I gotta, just watch the computer do it? I said, no, forget it. It'll be a good thing, come on, just jump on board. I'm like, okay, TJ, all right. So I signed up for it, and the rest is history. I had fun with it, it was great. Until one day, at this time I'm working like 60 hours a week in my job. I'm going to school full time. I just had a daughter, and I just really didn't have time for the SFL to commit to it like I would have liked. But around the time, I believe it was season 8 or season 9, the season before TJ left, about four games left. I seen my DM one day after we took a humiliating loss and the defense looked bad. I said, TJ, you need to stop with these generic plays, man. You need to be more aggressive. He said, okay, you do it. I said, all right. You said what? So I took the job on the last 3-4 games of the season, and it's not quite as easy as I thought it would be, because I'm in another user league, but I won't go there. And to watch the computer pick plays for you, you have to be cautious about which plays you have to put in the playbook. And stuff wasn't working quite as well as I thought it would. But then all of a sudden the season ended, and all of a sudden some weird things started happening. All of a sudden, I wasn't in Discord as much as you guys might be at that time, because I was, like I say, I was working 60 hours a week.
Slack, whatever.
Yeah, whatever it was back then. And all of a sudden, my DM started blowing up. Hey Eddie, why don't you come be our defensive coordinator? I said, no, I'm straight. I got a job in Baltimore. I'm straight. I'm good. I'm going low to the calls. What you mean? And he said, you ain't heard? I said, heard what? He said, one of the owners I won't name who said that name what? No. He said, you ain't heard? I said, heard what? He said, TJ left. I said, left? He said, yeah, he moving, blah, 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 and Baltimore disbanded. What? How come you didn't tell me that? But anyway, make a long story short, my DM was blowing up. I had I think 5 teams ask me to be their DC. I'm like, I just started doing this. How you guys know about me? And they said, well, your reputation from other leagues and blah, 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 you know who you are. And I said, let me think about it. But I ended up signing up with my man, Damon, right here, because me and him have a previous relationship. And ever since then, my passion for this game just went to a whole new level. Because before it was about the plays I can make and watching me fly around the field. But now suddenly it's about not just me, but my defense. But not just my defense, we can't do it all. It's about our whole team. So to see us all flying around making plays, man, it's just, as a DC, I wouldn't change it for the world. I love it. And I'm never looking back. So, my first 2 seasons in Houston, 10 and 11?
Season 10 and 11.
Yeah, 10 and 11, especially season 11. I just knew Ken Tibbs taking us to the promised land. I mean, them last 5 games of the season, nobody, I don't care what y'all say about Ken Tibbs, nobody was hollering at that dude at that time. He was rolling. And I just knew with him and our defense, we was going to the championship game. But unfortunately, the conference championship game, semifinal, we failed just short 2 years in a row. But that's all right. We're going to be back, though.
Yeah, win the game first.
We gonna get there. I say all that to say the SFL, y'all, it's giving me a hobby that during the time when Houston is playing, when we on Twitch and YouTube or what have you, this hobby, I can't describe it, but it basically, anything that's going on in life at that time, that's on your mind or got you down or whatever, that hour and a half that we on, nothing else matters. It's all muted. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting there, yelling at the TV, yelling at the PC or whatever. And my wife always come to me, she said, one day she thought I was watching the Bears game. And she walked in the room, she said, wait a minute, hold up. You over here getting excited about a video game you have no control over? What is wrong with you? I said, baby, you wouldn't understand. I'm sorry. But this is what it is. This is what you marry. You gonna put up with it, all right? But I love it. I love being a defensive coordinator. It takes a lot of effort away. I mean, from me, it takes a lot of my time. It takes time away from my family, watching film, simming games, you know, looking at individual one-on-ones. You know, I do a lot of stuff. I don't just look at the whole game. I look at one-on-one matchups. I'm doing a lot of stuff. But I love it, and I wouldn't change it for the world. You know what I'm saying? I wish I'd started doing this sooner. But I like to personally thank TJ. Like I said, he introduced me to this league. I like to thank Cam for creating this product that he's done and sticking with it. I remember back in the days when we only had one game a week that was actually being broadcast. The rest of them, I think was it just crowd only or something like that? I can't remember.
Dan and Peter filming.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, it was brutal. But he stuck with it. And look where we at now, y'all. I mean, I like to thank the senior management team. I mean, senior management, everybody up in here, the broadcasting team, stats, anybody involved whatsoever for helping Cam, you know, blow this thing up. I mean, it's crazy. I like to thank the players who continue to come back season in and season out. The new people who come around, like Ashley and Ray and Cheeseburger and all the other guys who came in. Cheeseburger.
He's gonna love you for giving him a shout out.
Yeah. All those guys that act in the community, making the SFL what it is. Man, it's great. And I can't finish this up without thanking all my dogs. Chad, everybody know he a dog. Eric Garrison, defensive rookie of the year. Pick sixes all over the place. He a dog. My GM BJ dominating the middle. He a dog. My copper linebacker. How many copper linebackers y'all know who play like him? Rodney Fernandez. He a dog. You know what I'm saying? Bass Johnson, Anthony Wyo, they new, they raw, but I'm coaching them up. They dogs in training. Ryan, the ADPP, he retired. He wasn't man enough. Got tired. But he a dog. On offense, I got my Hall of Famer right here, Dr. Sim. Y'all already know he a dog. Warren Murray. Yo, conspiracy theory. This man hurt every other game. Every other game. Man, we need to talk, man.
Same injuries.
Big bad Leroy Brown. He over there playing the Y or the Z. I think he played the Z. He over there playing the Z. He a dog. Ken Tibbs, offensive rookie of the year. Y'all getting on him, but we gonna get him straightened out. Hyena for life. He a dog. And I like to sincerely believe, y'all, I think this SFL is on its way to, you talk about this, it's, the crowd isn't what you like or participate in, this being our second time around. But like I say, there was a time when there was nobody in the chat, just people who was on that team. Now we got 50, sometimes 100 people tuning in, we on our way. And look, you got people from all different cultures and backgrounds up in here embracing this thing. I can't wait to see where we go from here. I went from the Prairie Court Projects in Chicago to a Hall of Famer, y'all. I'm up here.
That was a great speech. But for the last 20 seconds of that speech, all I could think about was Harish put those glasses back on. Did not tell you to take those off. Congratulations, Eddie. Tremendous career. It's only getting started. Now the computer, there you go. Ray Bentley, ladies and gentlemen, 6 seasons. Ray Bentley, give it up. Oh, he took the